Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Changing Lives. I am Deonte Burden, and tonight we got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about something that, it's a past show that we talked about, but I wanted to revisit it because I have a lot of conversation with people regarding a particular topic because me being a person that has an adult children, even being a grandfather, I see a lot of my peers have common conversations about their children. And tonight we're going to be discussing the challenges of raising adult children. The challenges of raising adult children. There are a lot of people out there that have children that become adults, and they seem to have not transitioned into that adult piece,
right?
Where parents ain't necessarily taking care of no more,
right?
And hell, you might add a double dose into it. The parents still raising adults and raising adults' children,
right?
And I just want to have that conversation because anybody that knows me knows that as a father, I've never ever been the type of person to tell people, do this with your kids.
Right.
Not, had this and that happen. Even you look at the, and I'll revisit that later in the show, what happened out in the Barrow County. With the young man taking kids' life, they were talking about pressing charges. You had a lot of people talking about it with the parents.
Right.
I got mixed views.
Okay.
But I do want to have that conversation because, like I always say, as a parent, we get too much credit when our kids do right. We get way too much blame when they do wrong.
Okay.
But you got to be able to, straddle the fence with it. So I want to have that conversation again. The challenges of raising adult children. Again, this is Changing Lives, guys. Listen, right now, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Changing Lives YouTube channel. Where we talk about personal development, parenting. I give a lot of stuff from a single black father perspective. With it, but definitely, guys, no matter where you are looking, go to Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden on YouTube. That is the main hub where we got all the videos. So if you have to leave, maybe you come back in the middle, feel free to go to the YouTube channel so you can see the video in its full entirety. Also, we got to call in. Okay.
Yeah, we good.
The number showing. We also had a call in if you want to add to the conversation. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. We're talking about the challenges of raising adult children. One of the things about it, you sit down and talk to your friends that are coincidentally. Oh, sorry. Before I get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? It's Thursday.
Gotta check me, Lab. Gotta check. Moving today.
I'm actually looking at something else. I'm like, okay. Yeah. It's Thursday.
Yeah,
best day of the week.
Absolutely.
I think we want to take a minute, say rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. We know this ain't that type of show, but we want to say rest in peace.
Rest in peace, y'all, man.
And just moving forward.
Yeah, and if you grew up in that neighborhood out back here, his granddaddy had Lamar Barbershop. That was my barbershop right there. The bank here at Hollywood Road, man, that was my barbershop going the whole time. When I was a kid, me and my granddaddy would go there and get a haircut,
right,
and everything. I know his daddy started cutting, and granddaddy still out there, granddaddy paying for the Lamar Barbershop. Damn, man, so young, but rest in peace.
Yes.
Rest in peace. What's up, Mo? So you done tuned in. But yeah, and also the mother producer, Slick 316.
What's going on, Rick?
What's up, Rick?
You gotta say something.
Like, what the But yeah, man, this conversation is something that I think a lot of people talk about, but it get the conversation kind of quiet outside of their peers.
Right.
Because what people don't want to do a lot of times is just like, man, I don't want to seem like I'm doing something wrong. I don't want to, sometimes you might be overly confident, like I did this right with my kid.
Right.
And then, somebody say something and you like, man, I ain't look at it that way.
Right.
So they kind of keep things to themselves about it. You have a conversation with people that they can have it in confidence that they'll stay right there. But I do think the only way that you can kind of get better with a situation, if you're interested in making things better, I don't necessarily say correct it, is to kind of, have conversations.
Right.
To figure out like, hey man, I might be doing this right and I might be doing this wrong. But again, I don't think nobody's really interested in raising a damn grown person.
Not really.
That's
and them still trying to be grown.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why I say, guys, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. The raising adult children comes with a unique set of challenges and adjustments as parents navigate the transition from actively parenting minors to supporting young adults who are striving for independence. And what we're going to discuss is some of the challenges that are common that a parent might face with raising adult children. And that first one I want to, get at, and this is probably one of the toughest, that's just letting go of control. Letting go of control. One of the biggest factors in challenging learning to let go and allowing your adult child to make their own decision, even if you disagree or think they might make mistakes. And I talk about it all the time. Like, a lot of times, I think what it be a lot with parents, and it's me too, we frightened. Or let our kids go through stuff because we know how hard some stuff is.
Right.
And you're like, damn, you're proud of yourself for overcoming some parts of adversity. But you're like, shit, man, they can't handle that.
You don't want them to go through
Yeah. Because you don't want to go through it. Plus, you might feel like, they can't handle it.
But your children.
Yeah.
You think about, you've raised them all their life. You pretty much know if they can handle something or not. And they may surprise you and be able to handle it, but do you want to really see? You know what I'm saying? Is that a chance you want to take?
Frightening.
Right.
Like, damn, I don't want them to fail. I don't want to, just go through stuff. I don't know the impact it's going to have. Hell, I don't know if they go through the shit and it's something I got to fix later on. So letting go of control. Because I always say, with the younger they are, the more control a parent has. And as they grow, we lose control. And we also lose the impact things can have on our children. Like, they get in trouble in school, we can take them home, put them on punishment, this, that, and that. But the older they get, now they go to jail.
Right. The worst trouble they
we
might
can't
be
get them out of jail.
Right.
Because they're over 17. They may have broken the law or something like that. We just can't do it. And that losing control as a parent, that is very, very frightening. You know what I'm saying? And that's all of us.
That's all of us, yes.
So
we always say we don't want to lose our children to the system, or we don't want to lose our children to something bad happening to them. So we are frightened by that every day, from the time they born to, forever, because you never stop being a parent. Yeah. And to that point, mentoring goes on for a lifetime. Right. And when you sit now, you're accustomed to laying out certain things, making sure things in place. It's very challenging because you got to let them grow up. Right. But it's very challenging. Like, damn, man, boy, didn't I tell you to do this? Didn't I tell you to do that? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've probably been a little bit more of a stickler. Again, tonight's show, guys, we're talking about the challenges of raising adult children. Feel free to call in. The challenge of raising adult children. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. I probably, because I raised most of my grandfather, he was one of them get the hell on, get the hell out of here type folks. And that stuck with me with my children. Not that I put them out. And people will say that to me all the time. I never put them out. I just raised them in the direction where they want to lead. Okay. And I think all three of my adult children will probably agree with it. And they'll say, nah, Poochie and put us out. Like, we're ready to get the hell on. They were just ready to get the hell on. And I think I did a decent job with getting prepared. That mean I wasn't worried. Now, with Christopher, my last son, that's the most comfortable I ever been. Okay. Any one of my children. Okay. And that probably because he had been in the 100 program. Okay. Since like middle school. And they did a good job of getting him prepared for college. Yeah. Just really a lot of stuff that I didn't think about where they had systems in place, what to look for, this, that, and that, and everything. He was by far the most prepared. Not just, all of them for a living, washing clothes, making decisions. Right. They did his job. But I'm talking about as far as going to college, knowing who to look for, this, that, and all that stuff. He's probably the most prepared. Okay. PJ and Torian, they went in a different situation with his football scholarship and a military scholarship. I didn't worry as much because they had structure already there for him. Yeah. By itself. Okay. But I say that to say, I always felt comfortable with the basic stuff. Get your ass up in the morning, take care of your clothes, feed some work. I mean, the stuff that I felt okay. Right. Survival. Right. survival and everything, be able to do that. I think all of them have. I even feel that damn way with William now. So that was never really a case. But it's one thing you got your kids in a certain direction. Then you got the world. And we know the world mean and cruel.
Right.
So we already be having some hesitations where we might see sometimes people might be moving the same like shit. It kind of made you a little alarmed. Maybe out there
right
itself. That's a whole different other dynamic. So I think that first one, that letting go of control, that's probably one of the toughest.
Yeah, that
we can control all the, even the decision that we made that may not be favorable. We got a plan in place just in case that don't work.
Right.
Hopefully.
Right.
You out there doing your own shit. Because it's two ways about it. Like, look, okay, this is my way. I can fix my way. You do your way. Are you okay with fixing it? I can't afford to fix your way. Right. So just being able to be in that decision and be able to even stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's that can be very fun.
I think we get frightening about, especially when our children move out or go to college or things of that nature. Just the visible part of that, we're not going to necessarily, especially if they stay on campus, see them every day. So the fact that there's going to be some hours out the day that we probably can't reach them, they may be in class, they may be at work, from work back to the dorm, whatever the case may be. At first it's frightening because you've never been without your child in your in your presence for a certain amount of time. Maybe at school, you at work, they're at school, but they're at school. You know what I'm saying? But now this is like, they may not necessarily, or she may not necessarily be at school. They may just be out.
Yeah.
And that whole time of just being out, not necessarily in somewhere or doing some activity, but just out. I'm going to walk down the street with my friends and get something to eat. Those kind of things frighten us as parents of adult children, because we're so used to them being around us. We're so used to just reaching out and touching them a little bit.
Especially if you heard from a day or two.
Right.
You said, like, what's going on.
Right.
I don't really get as bad. My mother still, like, you talk to PJ, is he okay?
Right.
Yeah, Mom.
I think Mama say, hey, Mom.
What's up, Mom? What's going on?
Angela first say, hey.
What's going on, Angela? How you doing? Yeah. Appreciate you tuning in. What we got? A comment, Savage Bishop PR. What's up, Shayna? What we got? Good evening, gents. What's your individual opinions on the cultural thought by some that adult kids can stay as long as they want and build their family under the same roof as parents?
Nope.
I'm not a big proponent of that, right? I'm not. And let me repeat the question was our opinions on the cultural thought by some that the adult kids can stay as long as they want and build their family under the same roof as the parents. I don't want that shit.
Right.
I'm not. I hear all the time the Asians and the Indians, they live together. I don't want to live with. I love my sister. What's up, little bit? I see a little bit in. What's up, Brina? Happy birthday! I think Brina's birthday was yesterday, but happy birthday, happy belated birthday. Appreciate you tuning in. I love my sister. I love my family. There's no way in the hell I want to stay with them. Right. Like they're saying, my sister, she on that, my mama there. Like, look, man. Can we make more money all us on the same roof, save more money today? Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't even want them savings. I can't enjoy
high
it.
struck.
Yeah. Keep that.
That's a dynamic of when you live by yourself, when you live with your family, because when you get older, that's us living with our mother. We're talking about raising adult children. We're an adult. Our mother stays with us. It makes things hard. You can't do adult stuff with your mama around.
Yeah.
Because it feels uncomfortable, even though it may be your house or it may be your situation and she's staying within your situation. It still may be difficult because mama isn't around.
Well, I just think that sometimes people be so envious of other people, whereas like where the Asians are doing this or the Mexicans are doing that. That's why, and that's how they save money. That's on them.
Right.
Figure out another way.
We gotta do what's best.
Yeah. Come on now.
Right.
Because we know if you and all your family are staying in the same damn house, y'all still ain't gonna have no damn money. Right. They're staying in the same house because everybody's money messed up, and you know what? It's still gonna be messed up. So y'all living in the same house together, y'all still gonna be broke. It ain't got shit to do with this community we're gonna build, stay up in the same roof. You know what? Instead of just you and your old lady being broke, you got you and your brother old lady, your mama, your dad. That ain't gonna change.
Everybody broke. I'm going to tell you, when I was younger, I saw a dynamic when I was a teenager. I saw a dynamic of a friend of mine. Him, his mother, and his 5 sisters all stayed in the same house. And from the outside looking in, it looked like, paradise. Bills was paid. The sisters were driving nice cars. The mom was driving a nice car. They all had the design of this and design of that. He had whatever he wanted as far as us as teenagers needed. And it looked like a great dynamic. But when he got old, he was like, I hated living in that house. He was telling me, like, I hated staying there with all them. It was just like, it was constant fighting and bickering for no reason. He's like, he said, I liked it better when it was just me and my mom. But when they all started coming after my dad passed, it was just terrible. He said it was terrible.
Because to your point, everybody got different ways that they've grown and moved. And, going to another thing about, we talk about the challenges, is that balance of support and independence. Striking the right balance between offering support and allowing independence can be real tricky, because I want you to grow up to be a man. I want you to grow up to be this independent woman, but I'm kind of hovering over it.
Mm-hmm.
And life experience and failures and successes, that's what we get our experience, right?
Right.
You go out there bumping your head, that didn't work, but let me go a different way. And sometimes people never get it right. Some people, we're little kids, touch that hot stove.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma told you don't touch it. We went on touch it. Cool, it's hot. So we already know to avoid it. But you got to go through that stuff to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times people be so afraid to let the kids go through stuff, they never get those kind of experiences to do that.
Right.
And you got to be able to sit there and just say, look, they grown.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I remember when my oldest son was when he first hit college, I heard some people say something that I totally disagree with. I still disagree with now. They were like, well, he grown, he can do what he want to do. He couldn't do what the hell he want to do.
Right.
Because he couldn't afford to.
Right.
Now, they were doing that with their kids.
Right.
But they were still paying for stuff for their kids.
Uh-huh.
Well, still, they probably still are.
Right.
Probably they are.
Right.
I'm just sitting there saying, you grown to me. Now, I ain't going to disrespect you and treat you like you're folk.
Right.
And again, I hope one of my children can call in. I never treated them, disrespectful like they're a 3-year-old when they're 20, 25 years old. But at the end of the day, you're fully grown when you're out of my pocket.
Right.
People can say certain things like now, like, PJ don't ask me for nothing.
Right.
But certain things I take, hey, son, you might want to think about this because I'm still responsible for this.
Right.
Son, you might want to think about this because your mother still is paying on that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
If this stuff he's doing for himself,
you have to control over that.
If you want my opinion,
right.
I give it to you. Now, if that stuff can sideways come back and affect me, let me say something to you, boy. Look, I see what's going on.
Right.
I hear you got it. But if it don't work, I'm just letting you know.
Right.
We ain't gonna do that. Then you can go from there. And you ain't gotta go too far with that, right? But
right.
You gotta be able to sit here and just kind of be realistic about where your kids at, right? And you want them to go in a certain pathway. They want to be grown. You want them to be grown.
Right.
But you can't want all, this responsibility.
Right.
I can do what I want to do, but you ain't got no damn accountability.
Right.
So the shit don't work out. Then you gonna come back to me. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. No, we don't play them type of games.
Right.
We're not gonna do that.
Right.
I got no problem with you going out there trying stuff and it don't work out. Hey, let's talk about it. What you did wrong. Okay, cool. I get it. But I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to get it. I got it. And then you bump your damn head. I can't afford to fix that. Son.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
Because I appreciate any attempt to develop yourself, right? And I ain't no I told you so person. They're gonna beat them up about you supposed to do this, you didn't do that. But when you sit there and just adamant, I'm gonna do it this way. You gotta keep that energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep that energy. So I'm gonna fix that come over here.
6 says it's gonna be rules in my house, and if you can't deal, then that's it. Adults don't like rules. So, your child's an adult. She's right. They don't like rules. They don't want to be. They don't want you. If you're a child that's staying with you, and you want your doors locked at a certain time because you're gonna be in bed because you got to get up and run your business tomorrow, they might not like that. Then that's where they got to get on and get their own. Well, they come in anytime they want to come in.
Well, I mean, it's messed up with saying. I always say, you got all these doors closed around here. Privacy, son, you pay for in a hotel.
Privacy.
Privacy.
You get that in the red roof. Not the roof.
Right. I'm busting in all those.
What are you here doing?
Right.
And you know, that's not to say, you know, as they get older, don't give them some kind of autonomy, some kind of freedom, this, that, and that. But hey, man, listen, it's not, you can't dictate how things are.
Right.
And that's one of, I think, the toughest things, depending on how you done raise them, for them to really process, like, look, man, you can't be, again, want all this kind of stuff, but you want to legislate how you get it.
Right.
Now, you want it, it's how I'm going to get it.
You want it your way.
Yeah. That ain't, that, shit, I can't have it my way.
Right.
If I had it my way, your ass would be as many damn. You want to get technical about it.
Right.
Right? That's the thing about it. Again, the night show, guys, we're talking about the challenges of raising adult children. The challenges of raising adult children. Feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Now, guys, I know y'all got some fucking stories with you and your children.
I'm about to give you
I know you do. Call in, please.
I'm
share your story. What's going on?
Let me say this statement right here, what Slick says. I'm okay with coming back for a short period of time if you need to, but it's only for a minute, then you got to go. My children are 35, 34, 31 respectfully. You get what I'm saying? Like 32 respectfully. But what I run into a problem is when they constantly want money from me. They need me to help them with something. Now, one of them don't have children. Two of them do. They need me to help them with something, but they always get me with it. They kind of hit me with the sob story, and my fear. We going back to the fear. My fear of me not helping them is like, well, what's gonna happen if I don't? You know what I'm saying? Can I deal with that consequence of me not helping them? But what I'm finding out now is that they don't have no other option. They don't think of another option before they call me. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I need this. Let me call my dad. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I need this. Well, let me see if I can sell this, or let me see if I can do this, or move this bill around and do that. It's never. I'm finding out it's never that option. The option is I'm going over here to do this. I'm gonna need to take an Uber back. I don't have the money to take an Uber back. Well, I'm gonna call my dad. Well, you should have thought about that before you went over there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've always had the I've been brutally honest with all my kids. Like I said, I hope one of them call in. Hey man, I'm not plan B.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't C either. So I ain't saying go out there and get OnlyFans page.
Right.
Try to get
plan B, plan A.
But go through some options.
Right.
Before you call me.
Right.
Figure it out.
Think of some other stuff.
Figure it out. But that's why we talk about all the times is a lot of times parents don't want to give their children an opportunity to develop because when they're younger and they try to do stuff, but get out the damn way, let me go and do it. I'm tired of waiting here. Take too damn long. Why you keep asking all these damn questions? When they're inquisitive. Well, mom, why you got to do this? Dad, why you do it that way? Why you go this? Why do you have to pay that?
Mm-hmm.
And shut up, man. Just they when they're inquisitive, they got questions. You shut them down. When they want to do certain stuff, you don't want to give them opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got this 17, 18-year-old don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
Right.
Christopher had a fender bender Saturday morning.
Okay.
Hey, Dad, had an accident. I said, you all right? Yeah. I said, so where the other person at? He like, well, they right here. I said, what you need to do, call the police. I said, where was he's in camp? So somebody bumped into him. I said, call the police and get an incident report so we can get to the insurance company.
Right.
I said, what I want you to do, Chris, is go take a picture of her tag right quick, just in case you try to pull off.
Right.
He called. Went through that call and everything like that. He wasn't tripping.
Right.
Cool. He said police just left, said gave him the card
for the report. For the incident. Right.
And Chris, I said, okay. I said, Chris, Chris sent me a picture of the card. I said, typically with the card, you get an accident, the police will give it to you. They have the report, but they have to put like the
report number.
Report number.
Right.
They didn't have a report number.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, Chris, what a report number? He said, what you talking about? I got the card. I said, no, you have no proof that you had an accident. You just got a card.
Right.
They supposed to put a number down. He's like, dang. I said, nah. I said, you didn't know.
Right.
I said, just call. You said, get a week, just call. That was a perfect example of
Me not, he had a car. Let me get my head down there. Let me, oh God. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't that far away from me. He was down at the campus at school. I could have went down there. No, baby, you okay? Let me, Now, this is what you need to do, son. He didn't break. But he knows next time he didn't get the ticket. I didn't tell him that. Mm-hmm. I just assumed they were going to get it to him. I said, next time, you make sure you get it. I said, because right now, what proof do you have? Right. Now, I said, more than likely, they're going to have something there. Okay? If they don't, we'll take care of that thing. Mm-hmm. But that was a classic case. I could have flipped the hell out. Want to be damn daddy.
And super dad. Run down there.
He ain't learned a damn thing. But call my dad when shit don't work out.
Right.
No, hey, we're doing that. Cool. You got that. You got home. You sure you straight? You good? Okay, cool, man. Just make sure, Friday, go down there and get that. He said, all right, Dad. Cool. Keep it moving. Perfect example.
Right.
And I'm at the point in my life, I will say this, and I'll be very straight up. Poochie juggling too many damn balls.
Right.
I ain't got time for it. I only got one kid. One kid is a minor.
Right.
The rest of them, I feel like as a parent, our role is we raise them to a certain point, and then we turn from a provider to a mentor.
Okay, I get you.
I ain't trying to be your damn friend.
Right.
And I'm like this with all my children. But as now we had to come meet PJ and T. Torn be 30 in a couple months. Mm-hmm. Like it's a mentor role. Hey, let me run this by you. What you think about this, that, and that? We cool.
Right.
And everything, but I don't need to be doing stuff for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
If you maybe don't know, I need to guide you down that path and you walk it yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, hey, man, Google this, that, and that.
Right.
Or you can call it. That's where you might want to look. Now, your ass is going to do all the reading and stuff.
All the work.
Once you get it, hey, circle back with me. We'll see what you ran across or whatever. Do that. I'm not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Slick says, having sex, drinking, excessive smoking, etc. You can have party time, and I'm paying all the bills. And she said, you can't cuff them forever. They're in shock when they can't navigate the world.
No.
Yeah.
No. And you know what? Probably the realization that most parents have with that is when they get around other people, maybe somebody else's, maybe peers their age,
right?
That are like in a different maturity level. Not that they just from what I mean intellectual standpoint. You like they actually fill out their own application,
right?
They actually had register their own classes. Mm-hmm. They actually did go take the car to get service themselves. I'm just saying, and then you be like, you doing it, and a lot of times, you sitting there like, because I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do.
Right.
But I remember my grandma had me washing my damn clothes in 8th grade.
Exactly.
So I know some people, they don't do that.
Right.
I'm not saying you're right. I'm saying I'm right, and I'm saying you're wrong. But I'm just saying that, and there's some things that I probably didn't do. Some of my peers, because a lot of my friends knew how to drive a car before I did.
I think I was driving at 10.
I got my license at 16, but some of my buddies really knew how to damn drive 13, 14.
Yeah, I was driving conversion vans.
Especially my cousin that was in the country.
Right.
But again, that doesn't make, it was wrong because I hadn't been taught and everything. So everybody got different levels of stuff.
Right.
But, we still were talking about raising adult children.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that a lot of times our adult children may know how to solve the problem, but since we're so gung-ho and take it over, they just don't, not necessarily they don't try, but they just like, you know what, my dad gonna take it over anyway, so let me just go ahead and tell him what's going on so he can go ahead and take it over. Not that they don't want to try, like you said earlier, oh, he filled that out, or he did that. Maybe if we gave him a chance to do it, we would know that they know how to do it instead of taking over what they're doing. You get what I'm saying?
Good question. It's a case-by-case thing. If they self-driven on certain subjects and on certain tasks, that means if it's like them going to get money, and it can vary. So that's why I say that if they're self-driven about certain things, and that may be money, it may be, them having fun or whatever. Right. Whatever the thing is, they'll take initiative. If some shit they really don't want to deal with, they'll be manipulative.
Okay.
Oh, I know my daddy gonna do it. She don't want to.
Right.
Let me just let me accelerate, let me move slow, let me break son. Give you an example with me. When I was like my granddad, he old man, yeah. I was always a little boy, wanted to go help him cut the grass. He pushing, I'm up behind him, pushing the lawnmower. So I think my 6th or 7th birthday, I mean, I'm really that young. That's what he buys me, a damn lawnmower for my birthday.
Okay.
One of them. And so I'm 7, 8 years old. I'm really this damn young. I don't want to cut this damn grass. Because, I'm cutting I remember this when I was cutting, I was so short. I had to hold it like this, push it, right? So I said, I got his ass. My backyard, he got a tree roots. So I ran over the damn tree root. And he like, God damn it, Gucci, he cussing and everything. Right. He go get a new blade for the hardware store, change it. So I go do it again. You know what he did when he got another one? It made my ass change it.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
You wasn't doing no more?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then he had me some point using that damn swing blade.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that for example, like I'm just being manipulative because I'm like, okay, maybe he gonna kind of do it. So at first the initial thing was I don't have that because I gotta fix the lawnmower. He raising hell about it.
Right.
But sometimes we like new parents are gonna stick. Kids can be manipulative. But if they self-driven, if something that they want, that shit, your parent ain't gotta say nothing.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they want a house clean, if something go to the concert or whatever, do certain stuff, daddy could have car wash and everything. If it's to be that benefit, right?
Yeah. Well, so on that note right there, if they show you the initiative and the fortitude to do those things when they want something or when it's something that's going to benefit them, why can't we have them apply that to everything that they do?
You can. You just got to make a decision if you're going to stand on business and be like, look, I see your ass do the other shit.
You're right. And that's where I think that's where we drop the ball at a lot of times.
The issue is that it's not that we don't think they can't do it or whatever. It's that now we got to spend time.
Right.
Because we so busy. Like now, man, I got shit to do. I got to go to work and stuff like that. I ain't got time to be fully disciplined like I know I'm supposed to be, to really sit down and make sure that they do this stuff correctly. So let me just go on and take care of it. Right. That's what I think happens most of the time. Because we don't want to spend the time, and all of us can be guilty of that.
Right.
To correct it. Nah, man, this is how you do it the right way. You said that. Now again, being able to like, look, you finna do this shit. I'm not finna play with you or whatever.
It's yours.
But it may be something that still gotta get addressed. The grass still gotta get cut. So man, damn it, I don't want you take too damn long. Let me go to cut it. Now, let his ass. Let him finish the next day. Let him gonna do this kind of stuff like that. Well, we already paid for him to go to the movies and friends waiting. Nah, damn, call them folks. Tell him his ass ain't going.
Right.
Because he didn't clean his damn room.
Right.
Like,
simple as that.
That's simple.
Right.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. You finna really see tripping. We gotta be firm on that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying, Lamb? Because I truly believe, and I ain't trying to get no damn secret sauce with my kids, and my kids ain't perfect. But I will say this. If I told my kids, no, if you don't do this, and I said no, because my family, my mom and sister, they call me Sergeant Slaughter. Don't get Sergeant Slaughter started, because But
crushing
dreams. If I tell your ass to do something and you don't do it, and if you don't do it, this is gonna happen. I stick with it. I stick with it. I'm talking about from T to W. Like shit, that's it. No,
ain't no discussion.
But we already paid for the trip.
Right.
I said if you didn't do it, you ain't gonna do it. Even if I'm taking the L on, because I paid for something. Right. My kids know that. Know that, so he's like, okay, this nigga tripping. Like,
let's go on, do it, get it done right.
And I think what has made it easy for me, because I look at some of my OGs that had multiple children. I think I made it easy for me. Like, hey, you need to holler at your brother.
Right.
Bro, you need to holler at you.
Right.
Because this shit ain't gonna go nowhere. You can't win. And I think they've over the years with each other. Hey man, you know how daddy is. Daddy wanted this way.
Right.
You can't win. Because we know my house ain't no democracy.
The dictates you.
I don't give a damn. what you think or feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it's not a democracy. I want it done this way. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong, again, I'm not above being corrected, but you want to do it your way. And if you want to give me some insight, cool. That's why we're doing this. I talk to you, but all this other kind of stuff, I don't think we should.
Right.
But you got to be able to stand firm on that. We start talking about raising adult children. That's not something that disappears with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, they done went from 6, 10, 15, 18, 25, 35, and they still ain't, you know what I'm saying, got it.
Right, they still ain't got it correct.
Because always going to be somebody to hop in there and like, man, I'm tired of waiting, this, that, and that, I want to correct it. And go through correcting things takes time. Correcting things, you got to sacrifice something to make sure it's done. And depending on how your meter is, do you want to go through that?
And when you correct it, you're gonna continue to go through it until they learn it.
Yeah.
And the only way they can learn is by doing it and messing it up.
And you're gonna spend what to do that?
Right. Time. Regardless, you're gonna spend time. Regardless, it depends if you want to spend. I'm just giving our observation. If you want to spend 30 minutes on it, or 30 days on it, it's up to you, because you're gonna continue to keep fixing the problem or rushing through it, and they're not gonna learn how to do it themselves.
Leaks only gonna get worse.
Right.
Right.
I had my youngest son, his girlfriend one day was kind of mad at him. She's like, he doesn't know anything. He's not a man. He don't know how to change a tire or jump off a car. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I understand that, but that's not something that I set out and taught him how to do, or that I was taught how to do. I kind of just learned it as my tire got flat on my car. I learned how to change the tire. It wasn't something that my granddaddy or my uncles them said, hey, come on, let me show you how to change this tire. That was never discussed. It was never discussed of, let me show you how to jump this car off. That wasn't something and I was driving already at 10. I was driving a big conversion van. My granddaddy never said to me, hey, if this conversion van start running, let me show you how to jump it off, or look at this, or look at, never, ever once that was a discussion. So I think a lot of times, I go ahead to say, a lot of times, we teach our children as we were taught. That wasn't a discussion that we had about changing tires and jumping off cars. It wasn't something we did.
Or what you feel is a priority at that time.
And
I'm gonna give you an example. We used to.
I'm done. Yeah.
Like, okay, my very first home, starter home, and Torrin was a little kid, so he cutting the grass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The purse get a little bigger, get a bigger house, bigger yard.
Right.
Y'all here making money. You got a landscaper doing.
Right.
I got a thought process because I don't think William ever cut grass. So, but William's mindset, we making this money.
Right.
Why am I cutting grass? If I'm making the kind of money, I ain't got time to be doing it.
Right.
But William has seen his daddy involved.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy will make it. Daddy's mindset when that don't make one right, one wrong.
Right.
But it's not a priority to do it.
Right.
It was priority because I ain't had no money.
Right.
And it was a little yard till you get out there and cut the grass.
Right.
I'm not thinking of a weed because I'm pushing other stuff on you. Well, because I have, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's
bigger than that.
Yeah, your mindset different. Don't make one way right, one way wrong.
Right.
But a lot of times as a parent, depending on what you feel is critical for them to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I push, as a young father, I push athletics a lot on Torian, even though he had every one of my kids that graduated, bragging, all three graduated 3.5 GPA. Mm-hmm. All of them sharp young men. And probably the same thing with we. Mm-hmm. But I pushed athletics on Torian because that's what I knew. What I was getting the most knowledge on how to get a college.
Okay, I get.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't have to do that with Chris and William because I know more.
Right.
So a lot of times, if you just like, hey, you need to know how to change a battery, do this thing. We said this basic stuff a man need to do. Sometimes, like, is that what basic stuff a man need to do, or just really where you at mentally? Right.
And I wasn't there with my children mentally. I'm trying to start businesses and getting real estate license and broker's license, and I'm trying to show them this is what we need to do to build wealth. This is what you need to do so you don't have to be working for it. Changing a tire in the back had nothing to do with that. Well, it had nothing to do with those things, especially with my son. All my children went to military high school. My focus was on let's get you established. Let's get you some structure. Let's get you going somewhere so you don't, even though it didn't take with a lot of them, so you don't have to worry about your career, your future later on. Let's get you established in something so you can have a career future and it to be brighter. I wasn't changing a tire and how to learn how to jump off a car wasn't part of that. Because those things come as you go. As the problem comes in front of you, you learn how to do it.
Well, that's very, very important when we start talking about, when we talk with other adults about, again, the night show, we're talking about challenge of raising adult children. One of the key things when as adults, we have to be very careful when we're like, okay, that's what the kids should know, or this, that, and that. But I'm trying to find, like I said, if there are things, okay, hey, son, you can do this, I can show you how to change your faucet, this, that. They don't seem to do all that. But on the grand scheme of things, especially, I'll give an example of when I had bought my salon, and I had one of my partners in there, and I don't even know if I was 30 years old when I bought that damn salon, but I had one of my partners in there, my partner. Mm-hmm. But I'm a young businessman. Right. His mindset went there. Poochie, you can do this. Poochie, you do the flow. Poochie ain't no damn business flow, not become boy to work. Right. I got to take business. Right. I got to go check out the warehouse. Sustain this. Like I don't have time. Instead of spending them damn and effing the flows up, then had to turn and get somebody else to go fix them flows. I should have just paid somebody from the get-go, do the flows, so I can go out there and get money the way I know how to do best. Right. I ain't got no business doing that. Right. And like me and you talk about the landscape. Right. And that was one of the most eye-opening things. And you've said some eye-opening stuff, so don't get me wrong. We've had some great conversation. But I just never sat down and thought about it because you've always just cut your own grass. I've never thought about it. When I thought about it, when you said, man, you spend 4 hours, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours cutting grass, and you could be doing something else. You could be doing something for Misfits or whatever. You wasted and when I got the landscaper to come out here and do it for $60 when he first started, and he was done in 25 minutes, I was like, Jesus, I'm wasting a lot. You know what I'm saying? Your mind got to be open to this. Right. That's why I say parents have to be kind of cautious. Like, if people evolve, well, you can do this. You ain't got to pay nobody to do that. I'm on a different pattern. That made me above nobody. I think different. That's why even when we start talking about raising adult children, parents, you got to be okay with your children's evolution. Maybe not just different, but above yours. Right. Because if your child, if you own, I'm a thousandaire, but my child is on a legitimate millionaire. Right. Their way of doing things be totally different. Right. Right. I'm getting tired of, well, you can do this, you can change that, do that. Dad, I can't do that because I'm out here making this kind of money. Right. I ain't got time to be cost me less money to have somebody else do it. Exactly. And that's why I had to add up with the landscape thing, because even if I paid myself the minimum amount of $10 an hour when I was out there cutting my grass, I still was losing money. Yeah. Because I'm out there for 7, 8 hours because the yard is so big, and I'm pushing this lawnmower. I don't have the riding lawnmower around the yard real quick, whatever, buying gas and all that stuff. So me paying him the $60 to do the lawn, he's done in 30 minutes versus me doing it in 6 hours, paying myself $10 and gas and all this other stuff. I'm still losing $40 on average. Well, even to that point, just the damn money you spend on the damn lawn equipment, right? It's gonna take you years just to recoup that back. Right. What you could have paid somebody to do it. So, but that's just going into that, just being open-minded enough. We're talking about raising adult children, knowing that they can be on a different path than you. And we're doing it because the key thing with that conversation, we peer-to-peer talking. Right. I'm not saying you wouldn't have, but it may have been a little bit more tough to receive it if one of your children told you that. Right. Because we might go revert back to, man, y'all don't know. Listen, you're definitely right. I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this my whole. I tell y'all, we live together in the house. As your dad, you've seen me cut the grass. Why I'm stop now? And so they tell you that. So that's one of the key things. What we got? Again, night show guy. We're talking about the challenge of raising adult children. Feel free to call in and add to the conversation. 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Savage Police PR says, great point. Time spent is a major component of training up the youth. Let's be frank. Some of the parents are more invested in the gram than their kids' well-being. # truth. Yeah, but I'll say this. A lot of times, I do think a lot of hesitation is really our kids seeing a part of us that may disappoint them. When you get out and say, well, you know, a lot of times we're our kids' first heroes.
Right.
And for them to see sometimes, damn, daddy, you don't know how to fix that.
Right.
Mommy, you don't know how to cook that. Daddy, you don't know how to do that.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we don't necessarily want to be able to do that.
Right.
And we even say, Dad, you don't know how to do that? Hell no.
Right.
And I'm not going to be, you know, what you going to learn. Daddy don't know how to do, but Daddy know how to look it up.
Right.
How to do it. And I think a lot of times
they know how to work this Google.
But a lot of times, parents, period, they don't want to seem normal because our kids look at us up here. Mm-hmm. But now they saying, "Well, damn, Daddy, you normal,
right?
You don't know that. Ain't shit wrong being normal,
right?
Right? But sometimes people want to be transparent. But Mom and Dad, because we spend so much time, we talk about again raising adult children. Okay, you got these shoes. You're at school. Well, you know, I knew when I grew up. It's funny. Pretty much everybody in the neighborhood, for the most part, you might got different levels, but for the most part, probably everybody was lower middle class or poor.
Right.
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 And when people still go, man, my mama bought me some troops. My mama bought me some this. Mama, you know, I got these clothes, got that clothes. Now everybody poor.
Right.
So you don't really realize that, like, my parents really don't have money.
Right.
But because the parents have created this, I gotta wear this, I gotta wear that, mm-hmm. right? And this shit breaking me to be doing this.
Right.
Once they get older, like, okay, so I can't do that because it's already challenging to spend this money on this child.
Right.
As they grow, things get, you know, more expensive.
But you already set the standard.
Exactly.
They don't know nothing else.
Exactly. And they get very, very disappointed when they get the realization.
Right.
Just be honest from the get-go. My money is my money.
You want money? You want your money? Go work at some job.
Man, shit, I ain't got no problem. Sacrifice BR says it's not the expertise. The bonding builds more than seen. And I do think the kids really do understand time. They understand time with doing that. And again, tonight's show we're talking about the challenges of raising adult children. Just going through a couple of.
Let me ask you one more question before we go to the next subject on this to the next paragraph on this. Do you think adversity maybe creates a child who's a little bit more mature minded? And I'm only saying this because, you know, when we were younger, we seemed to be a little bit older. We was a little bit more focused on a lot more things. But, you know, Rika has a grandson that, you know, he is very, you would think that he is, but he's very focused on certain things. Like, we didn't know, he started working. He just said, hey, I'm gonna go get a job, do my thing, buy my own clothes. And it's because, and I don't want to say nothing bad about his mom because it's his mom, but it's adversity there. You know what I'm saying? It says his pop, you know, has ascended. He's kind of taken over a mentality like his dad had because, you know, Rika's son was all about making that money. Mm-hmm. He ain't finna spend. If he can't figure out how to make some money, it's gonna bother him. So now his son seems to be taking on that moniker of, I gotta figure out how to make some money. I gotta figure out how to get what I need because this adversity at home is not what I want to deal with. And he working, he doing his thing. He wanted to be on the football team, and they was like, so he could never find a coach. I'm just giving you this adversity thing real quick. We're going. He wanted to be on the football team. He never could find a coach to get on the team, but some kind of way he fell into filming the games. He's like, well, shoot, I will see what this do. So now he films all the game. He get to go with him and go to all the games and film it. It wasn't something he was looking to do, but since he couldn't find the coach to be on the team, he kind of fell into that instead of saying, I don't want to do that. He said, well, shoot, I'm going to take it on and see what happens. You get what I'm saying? Like, his mentality is like, I don't want to do this, but I might can learn something from it.
Gotcha. Well, this is my thought process with that is. Rick said got it from his dad. my opinion about that is not the adversity, it's how you're able to solve adversity. What I mean by that is, just like you say, look, he ain't got no option.
Right.
He got to figure it out.
Right.
Mom, I can't help this, that, and that. Or, you just said be self-driven. A lot of times, if you don't have an option, it ain't really adversity.
Right.
It's just, I got to fix it.
Right.
sometimes when kids go through stuff, somebody is gonna step in and fix it for them.
Right.
So I think it's really what you're allowed to do by your parent, or you don't have another option.
Okay.
That's what, because it may not really be adversity if you ain't got to go through it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if, to that point, if somebody call and just go break their neck, what a coach. If somebody just say, hey, look, man, don't worry about working, I'll give you some money. If all them options were there, would he do it? Maybe.
Right.
Maybe not. We don't know. But because those options aren't there, let me take a niche. Let me do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got some will just sit on their ass. Because I'm gonna tell you something that's real funky. Right. Drive your ass downtown Atlanta 5 points. It will blow your at noon. It will blow your damn mind how many young people just walking around ain't doing shit.
Wandering around.
Man, just ain't doing shit.
Right.
So I can't. Part of me can sit here and say that if people are going to take the initiative to figure it out, I can't. Part of me will say, but I can sit here and say no. Some folks just don't want to do it. It's just bullshit. Just bullshit. I mean, you pull up at the gas station, you just see young guys or people just sitting out there, just I can't process it. But again,
like no money, ain't doing nothing to better themselves on a daily basis.
But on the flip side of it ain't meant for me to process because that ain't me.
Right.
So you say that it's just on that person. People different, and you can put a lot into your kid. That's why I go back into we get too much blame when they do wrong. We get too much credit when they do right.
Right.
You put a lot of shit in your kid and talk to them. Some of them are gonna be lazy. Right. Ain't got shit to do with the structure that you gave them. And that's very hard because you can't assume. People always say something. These parents. No, it's not a parent problem. It's hard-headed.
Right.
Hard-headed.
Right.
And one of the biggest things I say, man, I do think parents miss out on, and a lot of people just don't, especially with a lot of men, they don't learn accountability. I messed up.
Right.
I told you all the times I coached lab all them years. I used to tell kids, Coach, I didn't do this. Coach, I didn't. Son, you gotta say, once you admit what you did wrong, we can fix it.
Right.
We can't fix it until you admit it.
Right.
And sometimes, man, it go for me, my children, son, just you messed up.
Right.
Just say I messed up. Me and my baby boy talking to the teacher, the way she explained it, this, that, and that. Son.
Right.
We ain't got to go into depth.
Right.
I messed up, Dad. And we just got to fix it for
right.
them.
Right.
The time you spend the time on what she didn't do, what we do know, if she did or didn't teach you,
right,
she gave you a zero.
Some happened.
We got to fix this shit.
Right.
So what she didn't do, okay, did you go back and talk to her? Did you get her to her? Did you holler at me? Exhaust them up. Did you do that? You got to own that. And I think, man, I'm telling you, dog, man, that's one of the biggest components. When we start talking about these adult children rape, a lot of grown people out here, they do not practice personal accountability. They do not. It's always the environment. It's always I ain't have a daddy. It's always the teacher that teach us this in school.
Right.
It's always something
it's
else.
Never just you.
Your ass. It's always something. You have to be able to own shit.
Right.
If people own their mistakes, number one, you're gonna make less bad decisions. If you're gonna be accountable. Me and my dad were talking on the phone this morning, just we're arguing. As a young person, you might be quick to fight or get in an argument. As you get older, I gotta work.
I don't got time for all
I got more to pay.
Right.
I got kids. I can't get into it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean?
Like that time when you was in the parking lot and the guy got out fussing at you about the parking spot. You thought to yourself, you know what? I got money.
Hey, that dude sitting there, man.
Right.
Man, look, I can look at him, tell you, look here, man. He ain't got money to make. That damn truck about to fall apart. I could just huff the plug.
Right.
Look, Pooch. And everybody knew, the whole thing. Why Pooch arguing with him?
Right.
Now, he done said.
They would say nothing about him.
He says,
Pooch know better than that.
Now, in his mind, he chomping me off. I can't do this. I you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't above nobody.
Right.
I never look down on nobody. But nigga, I ain't got time for this.
Right.
And that's just, your maturation as an adult. You know what I'm saying? And people gotta be realistic with it. You know what I'm saying?
Real hard.
You know, you a lot of times, I'm not saying let the police officer chump you out, but you're not gonna win an argument on the side of the road. Let them whatever, because I'm a firm believer in. I might let you. I will let you give me this lecture on the side of the road if I'm gonna get out the ticket.
Right.
But I ain't also give it to you.
Right.
I go down there the next damn day, put a complaint in. But we do know if I get here, I know my rights, and I ain't got one damn law to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know how to work a calculator. But I'm sitting here trying to have this argument. Now I got locked up. Carter got told. I gotta get. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford no damn lawyer.
Right.
And all this other kind of shit. And I can't make. Come on now.
Right.
So we got to be able to sit here, just like I said, be able to make conscious decisions. We talk about raising adult children. You got to be able to sit here with a person like some accountability on what you did, on what the hell you did, young lady.
No, I don't think a lot of parents take the time to say that to the children. On what you did, like take accountability. I don't think a lot of parents do that.
Well, because they don't.
Right.
They don't own the shit they didn't do. They don't understand because I had to work. I had to do this. I had to do it. I mean, look, you either gonna fix it. I can't do it because I can't miss work. I can't do it because I ain't got time to do this. You're either gonna do it when it's inconvenient for you to do, or you're gonna do it when the shit is totally inconvenient for you to do.
Right.
It's gonna be inconvenient regardless.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be you got shit to do regardless.
Right.
But you're gonna have to make a decision. Like, okay, is it gonna be like inconvenient or very convenient?
Right.
You just gotta make that decision.
It's your choice.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't gonna be a fun choice, and we know they're being parents, right? We know they're being parents. It ain't always easy. It's cool to be that's my boy, that's my child, that's my daughter. She doing good. But the BS stuff, that's the most time consuming. We enjoy seeing successes. Right. We enjoy seeing good stuff. But the bullshit, man, how the hell you can't understand this damn problem? It's 2 times 2. What? You don't get it. Damn, son. I don't get it, Daddy.
Right.
You know? I've been there.
Right.
What the? You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
You got too much of damn mama blood. God damn, you can't add a read.
Right.
But my point with it, all seriousness, you have to be able to, be able to sacrifice those kind of things. Because if you don't, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass, right? Yeah. Savage Bliss PR says to your co-host, he's right. And most of the time you say he's right. Some of the most inspirational stories involve struggle. Old debate, does a comfortable life create complacency? And I think that's, but it can. But I will say, we just can't assume that when shit go rough, people gonna step up and do better. Right. Some just stay there.
Yeah.
Some just stay there. And I would say this, probably most do. And it doesn't mean they're gonna go into a life of crime or whatever. It's just that in life we got these different pivot points.
Right.
Whereas, you can have a path of ascension, and because it get tough, challenging, adversity, and I just stay where I'm at.
You're a plateau.
Yeah, a plateau, stay where I'm at.
Right.
And they go through life like that. That don't mean you're a failure.
Right.
You might just stay at the same spot 30, 40 years, raise your family, this, that, and that. But typically, if you do this, you're going to spend a couple more hours. You might got to be, a supervisor, and you like your coworkers. But now you got to be the bonehead, giving folks what you didn't want to do that. Right. You didn't take it.
Right.
Or you might, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
We can't. I'm never going to. Most people don't do that. They're going to go a certain do this, do that. But most people don't do this. Continue to do this. That's not most people. That's why we don't have that many leaders and all this other kind of stuff. We don't have that many in life. Most of the time, it's not like say a right or wrong way. But if we all sit back and look at ourselves, we stop back and look at ourselves. Most of the time, we create our own plateaus. I know where I'm at in life right now.
Right.
Now, 20 years ago, I might have said I want to be here. I want to be here. I want to be this corporate CEO, this, that, and that. Once I start going through it, I don't want to do this shit. I just want to make some money, be cool, smoke cigars, have a good time, party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That I want to do that.
Right.
I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To say I got this title, that title. Yeah, young Poochie wanted to do that.
Right.
So young Poochie learn whatever.
Right.
Another person like, I want this title, I want this, that, and that, and they make them sacrifice. Don't make me wrong. don't make them right. That's what they wanted to do. And I think that's part of life.
Right.
That's part of, I can be honest with myself. I didn't want to do that. That's why I left corporate America, right? You know what I'm saying? I know what I can command on the private market. I don't want to do that. Right. And it's nothing wrong with it. And the person that does do it, that's cool for them. And I think a lot of times we start talking about raising these adult children, we got to be able to sit here and say, well, listen, whatever you decide, son, whatever you decide, daughter, is fine. But your ass got to live with it.
Right.
Don't bring that shit back.
You got to deal with the consequences of whatever you choose, good or bad consequences.
That's the biggest thing I always try to get with my kids. Whatever decisions you make, don't make no damn decision that can impact me.
Right.
I got no shit going on trying to take care of me.
Right.
And parents, when you have a kind of conversation with kids, stand on it.
Right.
I ain't telling you to do that shit.
Right.
You made that decision. I can't, we're doing that, right? Yo, they get sick, they get fired, they go through a divorce, rough transitions or whatever, this, that, and that. I got your back.
Right.
You could control it.
Right.
Right? Job downsized.
Right. Nothing you can do about that.
Your woman came home, I don't like you no more, whatever.
Right.
That I got you.
You didn't foresee that. That's not something you foreseen.
I got you.
Right.
But you woke up, well, look, I looked at this movie, I looked at, I looked at New Jack City and I got inspired and now I want to do this, that, and that.
Right.
Look,
I want to be a painter now. I saw this black art documentary and I think I need to be a painter now.
Bro, look at shit. And you listen. You like to listen. What are you trying to do? And it can't negatively impact me. Because my rule, Lamb. My happiness comes first.
Right.
Your well-being is my priority. I get this to all my kids. My happiness comes first.
Right.
Your well-being is my priority.
Right.
If your anything you want conflicts with my happiness, we
can't do it.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
We ain't doing it.
Right. But I think we learn that part as we get older because while we're raising our children, to be honest, while we're raising our children, our main focus is their happiness and their well-being.
Yeah.
That's where we fall. We've had this discussion before. That's where we lose ourselves within our family because wives do the same thing. Mothers do the same thing. I'm talking about us as parents in general. We lose ourselves within our children because we are trying to make sure they're well fed and clothed and all that stuff. But we're also trying to make sure they're happy too.
We lose our marriages too.
Right.
We be so damn consumed with them.
Right.
And then when they grow up, I'm grown. I do the side of my. We done did all this.
Right.
We could have went on
so many things.
We could have went on some cruises, some trips, and all this other kind of stuff. Hey, we might have could have stayed married if we were so hell bent on doing it. I'm just being honest, but because we made decisions, we can own. We gotta own.
Right.
Because I did this to you.
I messed up.
Yeah. You want to do something else. But you absolutely right what you just said. Life will teach you that.
Right.
Like, okay, at that point. Now, here's the thing about it. When you do become informed about it before you experience it, you need to listen. Because that's the thing. When the easiest thing to me, I always say people avoid shit. They always say they didn't know. Like I go back and I repeat all the time. I learned that in the military very early. There's no excuse for ignorance. There's no excuse for ignorance.
Right.
I didn't know that. Why the hell you didn't try to find out? Once somebody enlighten you or share something with you, that doesn't mean it's going to be right or applicable for you at that particular time.
Right.
But somebody has shared something to you about that. And now you can sit here and say, well, look, you done heard that before.
Right.
So you need to sit here and just think about it. And I think far too often, when our kids are growing, you got to understand it's going to be a mutual growth thing. They may, what may seem obvious to us, may be blurry to them. What may seem obvious to them, may be totally damn blurry to us.
Right.
And you got to be able to have some kind of mutual respect for the path they're going on if they're doing things in the right legal way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And be able to sit here and do, you know what I mean? Because when you look at Mark Zuckerberg, turn out these younger people, then we say, okay, their parents had money, this, that, and that. Well, the parents had their money. But somebody had to sit here and just say, well, look, let you go through that and whatever and not kill that inspiration. However, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there are a lot of tales like that, like, damn, man, like you said, we grandson out here doing videos. A couple years, some people were like, why you doing a damn video? Why you go out there and practice?
Right.
And we talking about maybe 10 years from now, he filmed at the TV station.
Right, he doing movies there.
This, that, and that.
Right.
But because it's not common to us, we sitting there like, why you exactly.
We squash the dream.
Exactly. So you got to be kind of careful with it. But also with that said, like teaching them, I get what you're trying to do. I understand you trying to get his album. But you done tried to do this. Is it realistic with the traction going? Or I get what you're trying to do. You maybe still want to try to do some other things while this is going. I'm not trying to kill your dream, but I am making you aware of while you trying to treat your dream, you got some kind of world going.
Right.
And you do have people that have struggled, did this, that, and that. Boom, they had a breakthrough. I get it, it happens. But it doesn't happen that much. And some things you got to sit here and say, well, look, what I want to do in life and what's going to happen for me may be two different things. You know?
Let me get a couple comments. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
So it says a lot of these kids are doing things to maintain a lifestyle, are doing a lot of illegal things to maintain a lifestyle, like carjacking, stealing and stuff. And then she said some of us still raising our adult kids and their kids, babe.
Well, you know, just to the point, the first one with the carjacking and all that kind of stuff, if they're going to do that, parents got to let them go through it. You sit there, you bond them out, you do this, do that, and then all that kind of stuff like that. A lot of times, it don't get corrected till you can't help them no more.
Right.
And so you got to sit here and
they
say,
got
well,
to sit in that.
Yeah, exactly. Stand on it.
Right.
And that's one of the key things. They go back to that word, well, I just said, accountability. The second part was, what was that?
Some of us are still raising our adult kids and their kids.
Well, we talked about this a couple shows back.
Right.
Like, look, I know me. I'm not finna do that.
Right.
I'm not finna do that. I'm not raising them. I don't mind helping my kids. Lord knows I don't. No, Lord knows I don't mind helping my kids. But we start talking about I'm paying this and I'm doing this, all this kind of shit because they ain't gonna do it and worry about my grandkids. I doubt it. Okay, y'all stay with me.
Right.
I'm gonna call defects on my damn child.
All right.
And I'm gonna give my grandkids. Cause what I ain't finna damn do is be struggling to help you, and then you'll throw back in my face. These my kids, I do what I want to do.
Right.
And you still to cover me for money. Or I'm spending late nights worrying about this, that, and that. The kids are that hungry that I gotta do. No, I give my kids.
Right.
My grandkids.
Right.
I'm gonna call defects. I'm gonna give.
Right.
We got a simple solution to a tough problem. You gonna, because at the end of the day, what I will say this: if my child don't give a damn about me stressing about them and my grandbabies, then again, I ain't trying to be in control or nothing like that. But you putting that on my life,
right?
To do that, I don't give a damn. I call no defects on your ass.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Because they're not worried about me.
Right.
I ain't worried about that shit.
Right.
I got them.
Yeah.
No, I get them.
Right.
And if you can't say that, get the hell with the situation. Because what I'm saying is not that you turn your back on your grandbabies and that like that, but a lot of times kids don't be giving a damn.
No.
They ain't giving a damn. You know, you be like, why you ain't take care of that? What about you ain't take care of that? This, that, and that. You know, next thing you know, you broke the hell down. You stressed the hell out. Your pressure up. You stroking.
Right.
Because you worry about some shit you didn't make.
That you ain't had nothing to do with.
Okay, if I'm gonna be involved and my worry that much and they ain't concerned, I
ain't say nothing about it.
Okay. We gonna how we gonna do that
Right.
if it's that bad.
I agree.
Now you're just complaining because excuse me, well, they ain't cutting their hair. They ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. Like shit, you measuring the money. That's just difference in values,
Right.
Or this, that, and that can happen.
Right.
But we talking about imminent danger. They're being neglected. That's a different dynamic.
Okay.
You don't like what they're doing. I feel like they should go to church. I feel like they should be doing this, that, and that. That's how you feel. It doesn't mean they're obligated to raise them that way.
Right.
That's the difference between, like I say, neglect and danger, and what you want. Right? So I want to do this.
Yeah.
And your kids, you do it.
Right.
You got a different way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? I raised you to make your own decisions.
Right.
But if it's danger and I'm still breaking my neck, I gotta pay for this. They weren't gonna do that. No hell. No hell. Y'all gonna I be damn gonna spend all my damn money. And I'm working a damn extra job to pay for. You got me. Your grown ass gonna do what you do, I'm gonna get them kids.
Right.
And that's just point blank period with Poochie.
Right.
That point blank period with Poochie. Because if I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna make a troll.
I'm gonna have to troll her.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's me. That's my way. But look, man, it's been a great spirited conversation about the subject matter. Again, we talked about the challenge of raising adult children. I hope it was a good conversation with you guys. We had a rehash. Was anybody else got any comments and things? But look, man, I want to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the love and support that you've given Change the Lives. I think we almost had 9,000 subscribers.
Oh,
right now, man.
We moving on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, you hit that 10,000 on YouTube. Start selling that merchandise.
Yeah.
Start selling that merchandise. So listen, man, I just want to tell everybody, I appreciate our love and support. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be back at Mr. Short Dollar. Want to give an early happy birthday. September 10th, my baby boy William be 14.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. No, not September 10th. That's next Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Be birthday. So yeah, happy early birthday shot, baby boy. But want to tell everybody, man, appreciate again all the love and support. See you next week. I'm Mr. Short Dollar. Love you all. Take care. Be safe. And I'll talk with you soon.